Ugh. It's funny with the reinsertion into the Matrix yesterday. I had
Something important.
serious,
Actor. Yeah.
but it was full on. It was like I didn't have a moment to myself. I had all these texts coming through, and then when I went to get petrol, I had weirdos everywhere. There wasn't enough money, or there was like just everything just seemed to be really difficult. And I thought, fuck, I just came from something really amazing. I thought, what have I not done to create all this disharmony around me? And it didn't stop until I got home, like until I actually got into bed. It was just it was just discord after discord after discord. It was quite extreme in comparison
I
to the
get
last
it.
5.
Yeah. I think also
The
too.
Matrix is horrible.
Oh yeah. It's like it's a psychic shock.
Yeah,
See,
it
people
really is.
ask, like people, because I've been doing, Mythos of Mood, so it's a lot, like as I've come up to this bit, it's like where, how do I say this? So here we are, woozy, upright, having the time of our life, blah, blah, blah. These fuckers come in, the invasion starts. How does the invasion happen? We have some fucking neophyte thinking they know everything, surprise, surprise. Simultaneously dreaming without the right chops, doing too much before they're ready. And in that, in comes Anthropos 10, the Anunnaki, the Trojan horse, because they've all got the connections back to the Archons, because they're the full transhuman, fucking don't even speak, right?
Oh.
So the tilt of the earth. So here we are, the moose is upright, right? So these neophytes, whatever, have breached. The consciousness has been breached. In comes the new collective, the Trojan, with the Trojan horse, or as the Trojan horse. So, fuck, I'm at the same spot and it's losing it. Hang on, let me just chuck the AI out of the fucking head. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Fuck off. Okay. So they've come in, right? They've first breached, and then what's happened is, in order to get them overrunning us, the invasion to be more of them than us, they've set charges, nuclear charges, because that's their form of fusion. And they've managed to tilt our axis. Right? Now, when they did that, us little Anthropos 11 had never had such fucking psychic shock. Not to mention the mooster, right? And in that moment, that's when they compartmentalised all our dreaming. So all our simultaneous dreamings, they could put down as a past life, another timeline.
Yes. Holy crap. It's like, yeah, I get it. But somewhere I feel that psychic the shock of it. I get it. I get how it's just...
What's happening is there's all these things, the skyline's changed and all that. Yeah, it fucking has, because the mooster is writing herself. And, a lot of people, we're worried there's a pole shit. Yeah, it doesn't have to be violent. She's writing herself. Right? Now...
Boys and grey.
Yeah. Go the mooster. Right?
Oh, yeah. Can I add something to that? Not that I want you forgetting, but I was just thinking that there's another thing that is that even Moo writing herself, or us coming back to the organic timeline, I've noticed when I've been writing out anything that's blocking me from doing that, I've been letting go of agreements that it has to be this horrible thing, that it has to be really sad, that there has to be a backlash, there has to be some kind of violence. I think that that's something to really acknowledge, because for me, I know personally there's been a lot of fear around it. Does everyone else feel that way? That to some degree, that to be put back to normal, to put back to the organic, that it has to be some violent process, and it doesn't have to be.
Sure. Healing crisis arama. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like even within like the healing elements, there's this thing where we're taught that sometimes there's an emotional breakthrough where it has to be this huge emotional thing, right? And I've subscribed to it, you know, in the past, and even to this day, occasionally, I'm not going to completely write it off.
Clever.
But yes.
Now you're getting the hang of it.
Yeah. I'm not, yeah, exactly. I'm like, I get it. But I want to get rid of that. I want it to be more of a graceful thing, a graceful miracle or something like that. Well, how your essence
would want it to be for you. Why would anything ever be torturous? Unless you're in it.
Yeah.
And if you are, own up to it, get a whip and fuck off, right? Seriously, if that's your bag, then fucking embrace it and be the best at it.
Yeah.
But agreed. Totally. So here we are, we're straightening up, right? I personally feel when we get back to that correct alignment, boom. Or whatever it was that held us in that suspension's gone.
Oh, yes.
So the full return, the full this, the full that. Now, how that affects everybody, I don't know. The organics may just go ka-ching, let's dream these fuckers out of our life, right? The inorganic may go cray-cray. The matrix may melt. I don't fucking know. But sit back and enjoy the ride. You know, just keep self-centered. So it's like you're not reacting to anyone else's version of reality. It's your version of reality. Joy, grace and ease. You're always safe, always connected. You know, it's how you want it to be.
Oh. No, I totally get it. What really rings for me with this tilt is how it's like being smacked over the head and you're having this momentarily
dazed and confused.
Yeah, you're like kind of what the fuck? There's no center. But I feel that as soon as she's center, it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And then you're in your power to really just go bang, done.
Skyline's changing, and that's why these natives, when I say natives, I mean the Inuits, etc., are saying the skyline's changing. You better believe it is, bitch. Now, that being the case, as it writes, you have a look at what gets revealed as to what was the previous shoreline, all these cities buried underneath. Because they haven't been able to erase it from the hologram because it's a truth for the organics. So it's an underlying truth. They might have been able to block us from accessing it completely, right? But that's what I mean. As soon as everything's aligned again, right, and it's happening and it's not far off and you can access that alignment, then all will be revealed. Get ready.
Do you think that, you know, somehow I see that, or somehow I've always thought that in order for everything to be turned right, or basically the matrix to flip one direction, the organic timeline to be all fully present, does it require 100% of that, you know, everyone's conscious intent to do it? Or is it enough that most of us wake up?
Okay, well, how many people... It's like how many people change a light bulb? How many fucking, you know, kinesiologists does it take to change a light bulb? Test. Never mind, it's an in-joke for kinesiologists.
Yeah, I think it is.
All right. So, what I'm saying is you were here. We had, you know, 5, 6 people. Is that all it takes to create a reality? They were all organics. Even when we went out into the matrix, it was like riding in a canoe. Didn't touch us.
Micro, macro. Maybe it just takes 1 or 2 people and bang.
If you're creating your reality, and I'm not saying that as a pontification fucking pull myself wank. I'm saying I felt the molecules. I felt the fabric of reality. And I now have no excuse for not understanding that everything they are has been set up by me. Now, yes, there's some templates of the matrix. Sky is blue, grass is green, blah, 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 right? But I've subscribed to that while I'm inside the big matrix macabre. That's the reality. Mm-hmm. Right? But if I'm creating my experience, then... I mean, I fucking forgot what I was going to say.
You're talking about we're talking about how many people do you think it'll take for organic time?
Then technically it only takes one. Right? Because you're the one experiencing the reality. But if you want to have a collective unity, community, then you want more than one. That's the idea, common unity. So if you're in essence, they're in essence, I'm in essence, mainlining Mu, in integrity, let's add that, because we've already said just because you're organic doesn't mean you're in integrity.
Yep.
All those trading on I'm organic, therefore, fucking, embody bitches. So if I'm there, then that reality I share with that person and you or, whoever's in it, that's a reality. So if it's all organic, at first we're probably going to cut and paste or recreate what we know of in the matrix because that's what we're used to. But as we explore those different parts of self, but more so essence and what it's like on the organic no timeline, we've all had the common experience of it. Like you've seen what I've seen, like, we've confirmed each other's experiences. So it's like the more we say then that the grass isn't green, it's deep purple, the more it fucking will be because we're all holding that as a collective. So the more we think, oh, we'll never overthrow this government. Oh, we're always going to be a victim to that. What do? There's your reality.
Yeah, there's your reality. I get it.
There's a moment in time where you are going to say, I'm no longer in this time. I'm going to the no timeline. Your addictions have to be dealt with because otherwise you'll just keep subscribing to that old fucking channel, the Matrix.
Yes.
Let Anunnakis that they're rounding up. Let all those ones that are loving the Enki and Enlil creation story because that's their creation story, not ours. Let them all go off to the fifth dimension and run the reality for them. Get the fuck out of mine. Done.
I'm down for that.
I'm down. I'm up, I'm down, I'm round. Exact, right? So, if you want to co-create, come on over, bitches. But, so this is the idea of the common unity. If you've got a bunch of people, not so much of like minds, but of like connection. Because I find it really hard for people or to say that if you're mainlining Mu, it makes you come into integrity. So if you
can't not.
Yeah, if you're an organic claiming you're this, that and the other, I'm mainlining Mu, I'm sorry, and you're not in integrity and it's fucking obvious, then you're not mainlining Mu. Sorry, you're fucking sprouting conceptual bullshit, you've got no experience, wisdom, and when you say shit like that, people they react to you like this. What the fuck are you saying? They don't go, because there's no transmission. Because it's a transmission. This is a truth for me. And because it's a truth for me, it's resonating to make it a truth for you. I don't mean the exact words, but what I'm saying is it resonates for you to find your truth, to match my frequency of integrity.
Yeah.
And your truth might be a completely different outlook to mine, but the point is if we're both coming from that frequency of
truth,
then I'll be riding with you any day, bitch.
Yeah, I am vibing what you're doing. Yeah.
What you're feeling.
I'm sipping what you're spilling.
So yes, common unity all round.